So if a person has very strong beliefs, beliefs they've discovered off of very strong analysis, you can think of this person and their beliefs as being low polarizability. In contrast, someone who changes their mind whenever the wind blows, very impressionable, very sensitive to their environment, they can easily be induced to change their beliefs based on what's happening around them. Remember? See, this type of person can be viewed as a highly polarizable person. We can also extend this to a person's sense of identity, because some people have a very strong and deeply seated sense of identity. Am I wrong? Others just do not. You see, polarizability differs from polarity, because generally polarity is when a molecule has a permanent dipole, just a permanent positively charged and negatively charged end. In contrast, polarizability is the form to perform temporary dipoles or temporarily form a positive and a negative charge in response to the environment. So if two different molecules are equally nonpolar, but one is more polarizable, the more polarizable one is going to move through the column slower. Temporarily form an induced dipole, the polar substrate of the actual stationary phase, causing it to be more greatly pertained and to move more slowly. So if we relate this to people, we can view polarity as with tightly held beliefs. Beliefs are more permanent, more constant, and they depend less on their environment. Whereas polarizability can be viewed as an analogy with respect to how tightly someone holds their beliefs and how easily influenced they are by their information and their actual social environment. Just like curiosity is also a form of polarizability, because, when someone gets curious and they see something, they're polarized and they're in favor of this curious thing. It may temporarily become fixed or even interested on this thing, but at least as long as it takes them to understand or categorize it. So for highly polarizable chemical species, if it encounters an electric field, its electron counter will become easily to extort, become polarized. We can think of this analogically with human behavior, literally, especially with respects to a person's values, beliefs, and how susceptible they really are, or we really are. So when a molecule becomes polarized, it may become stuck or bound to other polarized things in the environment. For humans, we can think of this as rapid or superficial group formations or temporary fixations, because a highly polarized molecule is very susceptible to changes in its immediate environment. Sometimes, in this day, it's referred to as softness.